Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about right now is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent pictures and videos and emails. And if you would like to do so, my email's in the description box below. So this first email comes in from a community member, and she said, again, with the preying on women, article basically stating women was approached by 2 different times by men that couldn't work credit cards. Trafficking, especially women, is exploding because of our southern open border. Heads up, be informed. And this is what the post says that she sent me. PSA for the ladies. Twice within the last month, I've been approached at 2 different gas stations by 2 different men who have walked up to me, credit card in hand, and asked if I could come over toward their car and help them figure out how to use the credit card at the gas pump. Not once did they ask for money. They asked me to follow them. In fact, the first one I briefly informed he had to leave his card in the machine until it told him to remove, and he persisted, asking me to walk over and physically show him. Both times I obviously declined and left ASAP. But this has never happened to me before. Now it's happened twice in 1 month under totally different circumstances. What adult owns a car but does not know how to use a credit card at a gas pump? I spoke with my friend who confirmed that trafficking is happening at gas stations at an accelerated rate, along with other crimes against women. Ladies, please be vigilant, watch your 6, and always be aware of your surroundings. And as always, lock and loaded. This is something that's going to, help every single one of us, especially us ladies. And men, if you happen to see something like this, and you see another guy walk up to a woman at a gas pump, and if you feel that it's fishy, walk up to that woman and go, "Hey, hon, do you want a coffee from the inside or a soda or anything like that?" You know what I mean? I remember a long time ago, I was shopping. I can't remember what store because that's how long ago it was. And this teenager girl walked up to me and she's like, "Hey, Mom, can you help me get this?" And I'm like, "Mom?" And I'm like, okay, code word. She was being followed by some creepazoid in the store. And she approached me and said, "Hey, Mom." So that guy literally turned around and walked. So, men, if you see something like this and you know that it's fishy, help that lady out, okay? And women, always have your head on a swivel. You just never know. Did you know that the Tampa Bay area is the literal hub for this type of thing? Our country is #1 with this type of thing. And it's scary that we can't even go to a gas station and put gas in our car without feeling afraid. So, once again, I'm going to say it again, ladies. Okay? I've said this I don't know how many times. If you have to go out and about, always take someone with you. And I know you're probably thinking, "I just don't have the time," or "I don't know anybody," or this, that, or the other. Before you leave the house, are you friendly with your neighbors? Ask them and be like, "Hey, I'm running to the gas station. You want to go with me? Is there anything that you need?" That type of thing. Only because we have to be aware and we have to protect each other. And that's how I see it. Okay? Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention and to the community's attention. Okay, now I'm going to leave a link in the description box below for you, and it's to a YouTube video. And this was brought to my attention by a community member. And she said some of the cities for attacks, not all, but they will be doing things in single attackers, whatever, too. This is for infrastructure attacked. You're on the list, meaning Tampa. Please get this out. Thanks. Remember, they start at these maybe, but even smaller towns. There was a busload of military-aged men dropped about 40 to 50 miles from me the other day. Now, the cities that she's referring to, I did find a list of these cities on a YouTube channel, but I did do some serious research, and nowhere can I find an actual list that are targets, if you will, by Hamas. But I'll read you the list off, okay, that I got from the video that is going to be in the description box below. Where did he get this list at? I have no idea, okay. My guess is that these are the major metropolitan cities in these states. So that's why they would be considered targets. The first one is New York, San Francisco, California, Santa Clara, California, Los Angeles, California, San Diego, California, Houston, Texas, Arlington, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Orlando, Florida, Tampa, Florida, Boston, Massachusetts, Plainfield, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, Cleveland, Ohio, Laurel, Maryland, Pomac, Maryland, Harriton, Virginia, Springfield, Virginia, Raleigh, North Carolina, Philly, Charlotte, North Carolina, Detroit, Michigan, Columbia, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, Denver, Colorado, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Tucson, Arizona, and Seattle, Washington. That's what this list, they say, is out there. They currently have where they're saying please be on the lookout. Now, I do know for a fact that the sheriff's offices and the police offices in these cities are always on high alert. Why? Because they are major metropolitan areas. Now, I'm not going to say for a fact that, yep, this is the list that Hamas has in their hand right now, and this is a for sure thing. I'm not going to say that because I'm not one to instill fear into anyone. But I'm just going by what this video that has been sent to me, I want to say about 15 times. So I went and I looked at the transcript of the video and I got all of the list of the cities. So, you know, head on a swivel as always. Know your surroundings. Be on alert. But is this a definite? I have no idea. And I'm not going to say that it is. Okay? So here's an email from a community member, and she sent in a picture. She said, hello, surprises I've seen in a long time. Did you know that they got you subtitled? It's just a question if you did that. If they did, I don't know what to tell you. No, I put the subtitles in myself because we have a lot of hearing impaired community members. That's why I do it. Okay. So this picture that she sent in is the gas price is over by her, and wow, you're lucky because I haven't seen these kind of gas prices in a very long time. So here's an email from a community member, and she said, I started moving stuff out of a spare bedroom to make some room for extra shelves for my canning. Currently, my living room looks like a cyclone went through. So far, I've gotten these shelves set up and loaded with some of my canning and dehydrating. I left a walkway behind the ones on the opposite walls so I can step behind, as well as stacked cases of empty jars, a stack of my food grade buckets. There is also 2 more shelves, not pictured, on the opposite wall that currently have some miscellaneous stuff on them. We'll be emptying one tomorrow and getting more jars on it. After walking the house through, I'm thinking I may need to put more shelves into another spare bedroom, as I still have those 3 brown metal shelves and food preps downstairs that you showed on a thumbnail from your previous channel. Right, okay. Plus I have numerous cases of filled jars on and under tables down there. Also, another shelf of jars between the dining room, the living room, and then boxes of jars on the floor in a few random places, and some still sitting on the kitchen island too. Started canning almost 2 years ago. Can't say I didn't take it seriously. Chickens are molting right now, so egg production is down a little, but getting about 9 eggs a day though. We wish we were closer. I'd be sharing. My mom just visited and took home about 8 dozen eggs to share between her and family members. She took some jars home as well. Congrats on the upcoming grandbaby. I know you're excited. We are very excited. So these pictures that I'm going to show you, get ready for some inspiration because wow, these are amazing. And here's another email from a community member with some very inspirational pictures. She said, "Good afternoon. A couple of days ago, I canned up morsels, Reese's peanut butter cups, and almonds, along with white chocolate and a few other chips. I used my electric jar sealer. You also use brake bleeder too, yes, and auto tool for brakes. God bless. Will work on doing 2 huge bags of Idaho instant potatoes in Mylar bags this week. Continue to pray for Israel. As always, my dear." And here's an email from a community member along with a picture. She said, "This morning I sat on the porch with my coffee and noticed what I recognized to be a chemtrail. As I observed this, it started to dump chemicals. It looked like icing dripping off of a cake. How horrifying." Oh, wow. That is strange. Look at this. And here's an email from a community member. She said, "Johnson is doing a voluntary recall on chicken nuggets because of metal in it." Oh, dear Lord. Metal. Scary. Okay, so here is some pictures that were sent in by a community member, and it has to do with the EBT food stamp cards. Apparently, the food card is down. Now, these pictures that I'm going to show you are of like a chat room type thing. It's on downdetector.com. And some of what people are saying is that the SNAP payment is down. It's everywhere. Walmart online EBT shopping is down for EBT checkout. Been like this since last Saturday. I'm in California. Mine isn't here either. I'm in Nevada as well. Hopefully this sorts itself out soon. Walmart is rejecting my payment even though I have sufficient funds. I've been on chat with 2 different customer service clerks. They can't figure it out, and nothing they have suggested will fix it. I got a cart full of groceries that I can't pay for because it's not working. Walmart online EBT is not working. Kennett Square, Walmart SNAP is down. Yeah, take a look. And here's an email from a community member. She said, "I'm writing to you to warn about something that we all need to be loud about. Our amendments are being ignored, and they're going to illegally try to punish us for using our rights. I have never held my Second Amendment so close and tight to my heart before, if you know what I mean. Bills are linked below." Okay, so those links will be in the description box. The bill HR 2969 is dormant right now, but it's on the list for the WEF to use against us all. They also have an identical bill called S1340, Financial Technology Protection Act of 2023. It's a big nail in our coffin if they don't die. Everyone needs to be loud towards the representatives about abolishing this bill. Be annoying and keep filling their boxes with letters to stop this bill, making it very clear you do not consent in passing or accepting this bill. Please do your research. They want to make it illegal and a crime for disinformation under laws for cyber crimes. So, if you say something they don't agree on, they can arrest you and shut you down. That's not a surprise. Without any due process. All YouTube influencers and kids having fun will be affected by this. I linked down the video of the man who found this. The bill was not introduced by a Democrat, but by Republican Zachary Nunn and Senator Ted Budd. I'm sorry to inform everyone that no side is our friend. He is a globalist too. This bill was worked on with the CIA, State Department, DOJ, and others we all know. Right now, the bill looks like it was simply introduced, but we want it done away with. They want to make it where us at the bottom can't use cryptocurrency and set the final stage for CBDC. It's a lockdown move. The WEF came out saying they want to make all private transactions criminal. What? which means trading and bartering too. The WEF wants to go into a partnership to fight crime, which I think by now we all know what that means. Well, of course. They are forming another agency called the WEF PAC, working with our government and three-letter agencies. They stated this is a partnership against crypto fraud. DOJ stated a while ago, we have to fight cyber crime, and the way to do it is eliminating private government and three-letter agencies. Oh, sorry. No, my bad. I read the wrong thing. To eliminate private transactions. Okay. Which now I think we all know what that means due to CBDC. This bill would do it. Just a piece of the puzzle together, and we're seeing connections and traps all laid out for us. They know another war is a way to distract and divide, while they are busy bees destroying our world. America is the key, and the world is connected to us, whether anyone likes it or not. If we fall, everyone in the world will. They are using the problems of the world to trap us that they cause. The claim of even disinformation that they create and claim the real truth is to trick us all into consenting the bill to be placed into law. Please don't do it. Be on record that you do not consent to them enslaving us with our money system. We, the people and the world, should be able to use the currency we choose to use. We should be allowed to disagree if we choose. It should not be a crime. It's funny how they want to make it illegal for the things we all know that they all do, but I guess the laws are not for them. We all need to be loud about everything that they try to pass. I'm sorry to tell people, but you are the ones who can save us all. No president is coming to save you, no matter the side. No army is coming, no politician, no doctor, lawyer, fairy waving a wand. No group or agency is going to save you, no billionaire. We, the people at the bottom, are it. We are the last hope. This world will be what we are willing to fight for. Don't be silent. Say something. No, I do not consent. Learn how to say them in every language. They have to have our consent, otherwise it's oppression. Remember what every survivor has said. They saw the signs, they fought hard. Even Holocaust survivor messages to people in the world. When you see the signs, fight harder. Don't be silent, don't go with them, and don't give them consent, because it will never be okay. The words they say will never be the truth. Everything involving our government and the WEF needs to be stopped, and we do have power. I hope this gets around, because we need to work together. We are all we can trust. I love you all, and may God bless everyone today. Thank you for always giving us all a voice. Well, you're welcome. See, that's why I do these community intel videos, so you guys can have your voice, okay? So those links will be in the description box below. Okay, so here is an email from a community member, and she said, "Happy November to you and your family. I hope all is well. Thanks so much for the crucial information and wisdom you share on your YouTube channel." Thank you so much. It helps me tremendously as I continue to prep my family in these uncertain times. I'm emailing to ask you if you wouldn't mind sharing some ideas on how we can best serve and encourage our veterans, active duty warriors, and their families. Calling the VFW and the American Legion has not been helpful. They basically tell me there are more than enough services available for veterans, and they simply need to take advantage of them. When I lived in Wichita for almost 5 years, my youth group and I hosted free banquet for veterans and their families each year for Veterans Day. We handed out gift cards and groceries, clothes, shoes, toys for kids, and more, all donations from the community. Since moving back to Minnesota, however, I'm at a loss. Our veterans and armed forces are near and dear to my heart, especially since I have military family members, including my father, who was in the Navy. I remember you mentioning being a Marine mom. Yes, I am. Please share any thoughts and suggestions on how to honor our men and women in uniform. Our government sure as heck isn't doing much. So it's up to us citizens to make a difference in the lives of those have sacrificed so much for freedom. Forgive me for the long email. Oh no, it's funny. It's okay. It's no worries, no worries. As for any suggestions to help our veterans, you know, the sad part is that a lot of our veterans suffer from PTSD, and they either choose to be, or it's out of their hands, out of their control, and they're homeless. While I do agree that there are a lot of services out there for our veterans, I don't believe that there are enough. We can try to do all that we possibly can to help the veterans that we know, but it's extremely hard to find the veterans that we don't know because they are either homeless, because they choose to be, or because, like I said, it's out of their hands. I will have to take a look and see what, if any, what services are available that are not offered by the VFW or the American Legion, and I'll have to get back to you on that. The only thing that I can possibly say to you is for you to get a group together, because this is what I used to do. We got a group together and we would take in donations, not so much of monetarily donations. It was clothing, it was food, it was survival gear and things like that. And we would go to the homeless camps that we knew were around at that time. Now there's much more, and we would distribute. We even had some restaurants that gave us food that was left over from the day before, and we would distribute that as well. We even had some pizza places that would cook enough meals and go to the homeless, encampments and give them food as well. But it all depends on, if, what restaurants you go to and stuff like that. I do know that we had Papa John's, we had Panera, and I can't remember what other, it was like another mom and pop restaurant, and they would give us the leftovers from the day before, and we would, reheat them or whatever, and we would take them out to the homeless encampments. But honestly, that's the only thing that I can possibly think of, is maybe start some kind of a group, whether you're online or what, or, just friends and family that to see if you can get some things together. Yeah, that's all I can really think about right now. I'm sorry. I'm drawing a blank, honestly, but I used to do a lot of this every Thursday. It's been years since I've done it, but sometimes the veterans, they choose to be homeless. They choose to, because they don't want to deal, and I don't blame them, honestly. It's not just that, but the money that they do get from, no longer serving and stuff like that, it's not enough to even pay an electric bill, honestly. So I'll have to, really brainstorm on this, and I'll have to get back to you, okay? That's all I can say right now. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.